Hi guys, Smith here and welcome to the AOR Formula C League, and today we're at the Brno circuit. I believe that's how you pronounce it. But anyway, this is a new league that's starting on project cars in the Formula Cs, which I think are sort of based on the GP3 cars, I'm not too sure. But anyway, we're starting here at the Czech Republic circuit, and we think I end at Nürburgring around the middle of July, so it's 6 races long this season. Just a quick overview of what's going to be happening on this race weekend. We're going to have a 15-minute qualifying, a feature race which is 14 laps long here at Brno, but it depends on what track. Then we've got, well, before that we've got a warm-up, but I won't show the warm-up because, to be honest, I don't really use it anyway. Then we've got another race at the same circuit, but we'll have a 5-minute sprint qualifying, which on this game it's basically like a one-shot quali, because that's all you have really time for. Well, just I know definitely around this circuit because it's about 1 minute 55 lap time around here. Well, maximum, but it should be about 1 minute 50. So, and then we've got another warm-up, but again I don't really use the warm-up. And then we've got a 9-lap race here today, so it's a 15-minute qualifying, 14-lap race, and a 5-minute qualifying, and a 9-lap race for the second. So I hope you got the gist of that. I've tried to explain it the best as I could quite quickly, but anyway, coming to the end of this lap, we've got a car ahead of us which is a living dead, and I don't think he's going to hold us up. He's a bit too far ahead, but we can try and use a slipstream off him up this, going up the hill, then to the penultimate turn. And he does lock up a little bit on the front left, but we're now just going to try and follow him round and get a little bit of slipstream, heading up towards the finishing line. And let's see if we can try and get pole position. And we cross the line and we do a 50.7, which puts us in second position, kept us in second position. We was nearly a second down on Atticus, which, to be honest, I can't beat that lap time. It was a very good lap time from Atticus, and hopefully we can try and get a good result, try and nick the win, but it's going to be very hard, as you can see, with his pace. But as the four-light show lights out, and away we go here at the Brno circuit, and we get a very poor start, because on this game you actually have to manually react to the lights. You have to press a button to shift up to gear 1 and then react, but we reacted too slow and we've lost a position, or maybe two, as I think Matthew's on our right hand side, but we might have better traction out of turn 3, and we've kept third position, but we've lost a place to Abspeedy, who is in second. We're gaining him quite quickly, but we're just going to follow him around. He goes a little bit wide out of turn 4, but now we're heading in towards turn 5, and I did a lot of practice on this track. I mean, probably trying to find out the setup and knowing the gears for what corner, so I learnt the track pretty well, so I'm not really worried about the pace. I think it was just mainly the setup that I could have improved really on around this track. I did sort of know the track because I've played MotoGP, and I sort of know the characteristics of the track. It's a very nice track to drive, so I'm glad that we're here. So it's a different track, and I do like going to different tracks and driving them. So, but anyway, Abspeedy has pulled away from us because we have really made a few mistakes on the opening lap. But on lap 2, just a few corners later really, because it was near the end of the lap on lap 1, and Atticus' lacking car takes out Abspeedy, and it was a bit of a freak moment there, as it sort of caught me out as well. As you can tell, I sort of nearly spun, but that was it really. Just followed Atticus round. The gap sort of stayed the same, about from 2.5 to 3.5 seconds, and that was it. Just followed him round, and the gap was 40 seconds to Matthew, and me and Atticus seem to have very good pace compared to the others. But hopefully the others will get quicker, I suppose, in the next round. I think everyone's just getting used to the cars and stuff, because we've only announced in this league I think on Thursday night. I'm not too sure, so people might not have had the time to practice around this track and learn the track, because obviously people have work and stuff. So, but anyway, on to race 2, and this is the second qualifying session. This is the sprint qualifying, and You really only have time for one time lap. I mean, depends really what circuit you're on. I suppose if the circuit is short, you can do 2 time laps, but on project cars, it's not the same sort of qualifying system as F1, where you can cross the line with 10 seconds to go in real life F1 and still complete the lap. If you cross the line with 10 seconds to go, you'll have 10 seconds on the track, and then it will cut you to the results page, so you cannot complete the lap after you've crossed the line with, say, 10 seconds to go in the session. So it's really sort of disappointing. I don't like it, but I suppose that's just the way the game goes, and you gotta really get used to it. So anyway, onto this lap, and we are now going round the turns 8, 9 and 10, I believe. I'm not really too familiar with the track, although I have raced it. I'm not really too familiar with the corners. Yes, this is turn 10, and I'm just looking at my track map on to my right hand side, but now I'm heading down towards turn 11, this right hander, and it's very tricky as well, because obviously if you mess up your lap, you know, then you start down the back of the grid, so you've got to really try and put a good lap in as well, you know, to start up the top. So it really is, I actually quite like this sort of session where you have one time lap, because, you know, it puts a bit of pressure on you, and you really got to try and nail the lap without any mistakes to get a good qualifying. As now we exit the last turn, turn 15, head towards the start finish straight, and this is a 51.0, so with only 3 attempts off our first qualifying time, which weren't bad considering we only had 1 time lap to do it in. So anyway, we're starting in second. Hopefully we can get a better start than last time. We got to react to the lights better, and race 2 is underway, and we seem to get a better start, although it didn't really feel like it. Maybe the cars behind didn't have a great start too, as Atticus keeps the lead heading into towards turn 1, and then this turn 2 and turn 3, Little King. Now it's a long right hander, but now we're heading into turn 3, and we're looking for Samster, because Samster's right on our rear wing, so we've got to watch out for him as we head down in towards turn 4, and we spin the car and we're heading towards the gravel. And I'm thinking, to be honest, looking at the pace we had in race 1, it should be pretty easy to work our way back up, but still we've got to try and pass people, which ain't that easy. So we've got to just, you know, try and work our way back up as quickly as possible. I do believe that second's probably the maximum we're going to get, because as you can see, Atticus we were sort of on a similar pace, but he just had that buffer. You know, we couldn't seem to get quick enough to sort of eat into the gap too much, and I don't think that's going to really change into the second race unless he makes a mistake, as, you know, I ain't changed no thing on the setups to make get me quicker or anything, so I've just got to try and get second, and that's probably the best I can hope for in race 2, as I've worked my way up into 6th position already. So I'm going to now try and get Dutar Rex, hopefully sooner rather than later, as we was lucky the curb didn't spit us out there, because the curbs are quite lethal on this game, as I've found in practice. But now heading out to turn 13, up the hill, up into turn 14, and as you see, we close on him quite a little bit, but not by much, as he sort of goes off, and we're up into 5th position as we sort of nearly go into a half spin, and now exiting the last turn, and we're behind the Living Dead. We're only 1.9 seconds behind Living Dead, so it's not too bad considering we dumped it in the gravel at turn 4 on lap 1. But now we are up into 4th position. Samster spun, I believe, so now we've closed up on Wookie Pete, and at the end of lap 2 on lap 14 we close right up onto Wookie Pete, as tyres are all everywhere and Living Dead goes wide, and Wookie Pete, I think, got some damage, and we're up into 2nd position. So the tyre situation, as you'll see in a minute, in a few seconds, is a joke really. As you can see, the tyres got hit all over turn 14 and 15, but other parts of the track as well. There's quite a few tyres where drivers are trying to avoid the tyres, like here now. right near the apex in the corners, and you just got to try and avoid them, and it's very tricky. Thankfully, you know, I didn't get any damage like Rookie Pete did. I believe he did anyway. But I crossed the line to take second position, and yeah, I'm happy with that. But to be honest, hopefully next race in Spain I can win or get a pole position. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time for Spain, thanks for watching and goodbye.